Let's start recording now. We are on air.
Okay, so this is what it's called a book map. What it does is shows limit orders and it shows also footprint. I can have a layover with a footprint chart on it, but I do not do that because it gets a bit busy. Because I have my footprint on a separate screen in my office, so I don't really do that. It gets really busy with numbers and notifications. It just gets really busy. So this here's the book map, and these are orders that got filled either on the ask or on the bid. This is how they tell you what it shows. The bigger it is, it shows you the what the rest of either the ask or the bid, which is ask is the ask, that's the sellers, and bid, that's the buyers, as we all know already. So you guys may be wondering, okay, before I go on, do you guys rather this view or this view or this view? Which one you guys rather? You guys can type it.
I don't know the
This
difference
was
between the two, so can't really comment on it, bro. What difference does it make?
some people literally cannot see. They cannot see certain colors and all that good stuff. I
Okay.
just want to make sure people can see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the
Okay,
other is other
let's
one is
do
completely grayscale.
the grayscale.
Yeah, the other one was very yeah. This one is grayscale.
Yes, this one. That's what I had to label. Okay, so see these areas right here. These white, bright white areas. These are orders. The brighter it is, the larger the order size, and the duller it is, the smaller the order sizes are. Right. So these can also be used as resistance or support. In the top, up here is where the sellers are, and down here where the highs are. You see, as you go all the way down, buyers, bid, and just like here, you go all the way up. It's just sellers. Okay, so how I use it is this. This morning I got to play at 9:36, even though it was a paper trade because I'm now applying what I've learned over the last few months into it, along with the strategy that I've built around this. So when I entered the play, I played what I did. I played. Sorry, 9:33. That's when I went. Right, 9:33. So somewhere around here, right here. What I really did was play this rejection. Why? As you see here, see the app, you see that little tag? It says app. So there's a lot of sellers are right here. And prior to here, there are a lot of sellers that was right here. But what it is that sellers are here. So when price got drove up, sellers are just sitting. That's why the price slowly starts to come down. And with these dollar white telling me that there are very few guys that are really stepping in. So they're in total control right here. As you see, things are getting filled on the spread, which means it wasn't hitting the ask, it wasn't hitting the bid as far as price. And as you can see, there are also, I'll show you one ask. There's an ask right here. So you see what this is showing that these are getting filled. These orders right here, as you see right here, see these are orders, and the balloons represent size. That's what it's really telling you in the volume. So when I go on the play today, I got on the play, laid it down, laid it down, and as the price was coming down, I used these areas depending on the size of the order or the order size. That's when I scale. So if I know prices, if I know there's a large, as you see, over 3,000, so you put another two zeros on it, so that's 300, over 300,000. Sitting right here, I know that, hey, I'm going to write it down, and about here, I'm going to scale out. And I'm going to write it back up, because I know there's a resistance right here of sellers. So chance of this breaking is not going to be as easy because if that were going to happen, there would have already been a large order. And how I know this order is large, one, the buy would have been, his bid would have been bigger and go all this area right here. That would tell you, you'd be almost the size of this, if not bigger. And this would tell me, hey, there's some seriously aggressive buyers, and then they're gonna ride it up. And if if that buy pressure stay consistent and breaks through this on the first try, I can guarantee that hey, this play reversed. So that is when I would have exited the play. But my stop loss on the first on the second half of my order size would have been somewhere about no sorry, it would have been probably somewhere about right here. If I see this big buy order, I was like, nope, let me just take it right here. Let's get out the play complete. All right. So when I see that buyers are weak, I stayed in the play. I just rolled it down, just rolled it. This was 100% play, 100%. And when I got out around I got around okay here. Yeah, I got around 511. Throw it all the way down to 511, all the way down. But what I did, I bought out the money.
Order filled.
Bought out the money contract because when I initially entered, there was a lot of volatility. So buying out the
Order
money,
filled.
that kind of gave me a little bit more. It gave me more room to stay in the play and not worry about being down so much before the actual move began. So it's all about also about the Greeks. So so to go over again, these are just orders that are sitting, as you see, these are just orders that are sitting in different areas of the chart. It's just orders, and this can and you're able to read to the far right. You can read this. This will tell you, it can give you a large indication of whether this price is gonna just bust through a resistance area, or if it's weak where there's no more buyers are exhausted. Like this area right here, for example, as you can see to the far right, buys were nowhere to be found. They're there, but this doesn't show that deep down to the single digit. The order gets filled in block sizes. So this gives you key indicator that A, all sellers that you see is red, and also on the session volume, also red means there are a lot of buyers. And on the VP, the chart VP, it also shows that buyers are completely charged. So I know A, stated there's more downward pressure. As you can see right here, this is where it starts to, as you can see, this tells you, hey, they're gonna have a little trouble right here. There's a little bit of buyers right here that are stepping in, either stop, but once they're able to take down the liquidity, as you see right here, these are just these little bits, as you guys see, are actually orders that were in here in this big area that didn't get filled. So by me seeing this, I know, hey, a large majority of the orders inside here got filled. So I know there's going to be lots of run up. But as you see right here, this area, see how choppy it is? It's parts of it got filled. You see there are parts of it, so there are a little bit more, there are little sellers hanging around. And right ahead, this would tell me, hey, sellers are in charge up here. The price is going to come back down. So I'll just use the different areas where the order flow are placed, and I just use them as resistance and supports. That's all I do. I don't really overcomplicate it. And this is live. That is live, very live, almost down to the nanosecond. And this is an add-on. So let's talk about price real quick. So this map book.
Order filled.
When you first get the subscription, it doesn't come with any add-ons or very few add-ons that doesn't make sense because you're going to need other ones to get the full value of the book map. So you have to buy add-ons. The
Order
total price
filled.
for this comes out to like $212 per month. So I trade option. So I have to pay a little extra for that. Yeah, trade option. I have to pay extra for that. So it needs a good investment because I can pay for this within less than one trade. I mean less than two trades. I can pay for this. But don't look at it as more so as a cost. Look at it as a tool. A tool that not only is it gonna give you an edge in the market, but it's a tool that once you learn it, you can never forget it. It's like as they say, money's on automatic. The stock market is a personal piggy bank, but there's a learning curve. Put the work in. It's not hard. Not hard. The question?
The green
Yes.
balls and the red ball, the
Huh?
green, the colors of ball, and then when you add the color instead of the grayscale,
Mm-hmm.
that looks different as well, correct? So,
So
uh,
what are you asking? What these represent in respect to
yes,
the
yes,
area? Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. These are so when all the orders in here got filled, whatever side that was the majority, whether it's the ask or the bid, this is how they're represented. This is how it's represented. If I were to see these orders right here, these gray area, these orders right here, is white. Keep an eye on that, okay? See how to make the ball smaller. See how it represents. See how now this right here. This is a representation of this, and this representation of this. You see? I see the ball size represent this area. So all they do is use it to represent who's the majority, whether it's the ask or the bid side. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Order filled.
Oh, did you guys put the time to learn or the order book, how to read an order book?
Would you ask that again, please? I didn't hear that clearly.
I was asking, did you guys took the time to go over the order book, how to read it? I left a few YouTube videos on the option in the options room. But if you guys didn't, that's an injustice because to it relates to the book map and how to read.
Order filled. Order filled.
Read this the right side of it. The right side tells us equal important story as what is being shown on the map.
Order filled.
Knowing how to read that is very important.
It was a good video, George. I went through it a couple of times because my brain doesn't process things as fast, I guess. But it was a really nice video. It was nicely explained. It broke it down really well. So it's good. It ties up a little bit. I think I'll have to see your recording a couple of times to actually integrate everything together. I'm sure and actually use it. But no, that was a nice video to be.
Order filled.
Even if you're not integrating it with this, it was a nice video.
Yeah, they're when I first watched them, because as you see on the timestamp, they're actually over a year old, or like almost a year old. So when I first started watching them last year, I was just watching them, and I went over them at least 3
Order
times.
filled.
And I watched at least half a dozen. And I had to go over them over and over and over till I really get it. For me, I learned by repetition. Doing it over and over to reinforce. That's how I learned. So, and yeah, it took a little time, but it's time. Because remember, you know what I mean? There's some individuals go out every weekend and get no value. So I think it's a good investment to put the time in to know. But indicators and know enough to it, because I used it when I first started my journey, they're lagging. And they only tell a one dimension story. Learning a book map and a footprint chart and learning how to read order book, it tells what's going on in the back office, what how things are developing or what's about to happen. It can be preemptive or reactive.
That's true.
But
Yeah, we
yeah,
review the reactive trade. Yeah, that's true actually. Very true. No matter how much with confirmation you do it, I guess the confirmation part of it is where we're reactive, right? Like the confirmation that we get,
correct.
like big levels. But yeah, with the order book and with this, you can preempt which what's going to happen to a certain extent. I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, right. Because a lot of times when I used to use indicators and I will go on the play, I'm like, why? I feel like I get in at the tail end of the play, and it plagued me for a while.
Order
And then I
filled.
just decided, you know what? As much as I was procrastinating, not wanting to learn order flow, I said, I'm just gonna learn it. There's no other way because this is not working out, and it changed my life forever. Everything's gonna take time, guys, but you have to put the work in. Have to put the work in.
Order filled.
Because what I want is for you guys, all of you guys, to fill all the 2% spots that are left. Because there's only a 2% chance at being successful at day trading. You guys can be gods of this. I don't strive to be great or good. I want to be a god at what I do. That's just my mentality, and that's how most profitable, or if not all profitable traders' mentality is. I'm gonna be the best at this, right, Moen?
Absolutely. Otherwise, you shouldn't be trying to do it.
Yes, we got to get it. I know this is gonna be a little hard at first, and strange and weird, and all the other words, but it's worth it. Within a month, you start getting it if you do it over and over and over and over.
Bro, where
Because
did you
on
share
this
the
side,
videos?
hmm?
Where do you share the videos?
Oh, put them in options room.
Okay. I'm just trying to go up. When was it today? I want to pin them actually.
That's a while back.
Okay. Mind putting them all in the resources place, the resources
Okay,
channel?
will do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Then
will do. I
basically,
get
yeah,
them in
it
a
stays
file.
in one place and doesn't get lost in the chatter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because they all in. I got them in. Oh,
Because this will definitely take quite a bit of studying.
yeah. I agree. I agree. I agree. But once you learn it, you never forget it. The way you look at trading, you never look at it the same. You're seen in the back office.
What would be helpful for me again is if you could walk through your trade again that you did and wrote it all the way down. That would be extremely helpful for me.
Oh, sure, no problem. So around at market around when market opened, around 9:30. So you see the market went up, right? So I wanted to reset. I want to see some resets in this area because you see the price is really bright. So it's doing a lot of ask. I mean, a lot of sellers are willing to push price down. So I said, okay, we did it. We came right. So when it came about around here, we received more ask. So I waited because I wanted a little bit more sellers to step in. Because I'm looking to take this about $5 or so. right? So I got in here, came
Mm-hmm.
down, few buyers. I wasn't too nervous about it. There were very few buyers. So I was like, the most they can do is drive it up back halfway. But drove it up again. They got rejected, but it's lower than the first try. They did. So after that, got this play right here, right? Well, as this was being made, when this is live, so when this is live, it starts to go like this. It starts to move. So once I got in, once I got in, I saw all this happen. Hold it down.
Let me with the doctor's
Forget
email.
about
Just
it,
let me forward it.
right? And then from here, I decided, hey, this is it. It's called the buyers down here all week. I just rode through this little volatility, rode it all the way down. And that is how I took a play. I rode it to like 211, so way more than I thought I would have. So I want to say something because I don't know if you guys caught up. You may say, but oh, hey, you're a hypocrite. You told us to go at at 516. Yes, because that is a
Order
safer
filled.
area. Remember what I put in the post? It was an 80 to 85% setup, high probability, and from there, price ran $5, the 511 area, correct? So all this, these haven't been made yet. From my footprint chart, going through the history of the last 7 days, I saw that pattern keep popping up. That price just wants to go down. That's where my confidence came in on this. It's called a pre-game.
Order filled.
So what I do, I plan it out before the markets open, and then as things go on, I just adjust.
Now, do you don't have a stop loss? You're just watching this in real time.
Correct. I don't have a stop loss. I'm just watching this in real time.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do though, I do have areas where I look to scale out of my position.
Mm-hmm.
Ebony said check.
Along with 10, I usually like to sell
MHM,
about
I will never
40%.
DM you first. Please record.
Try to lock in about half or so of my principal, and then I would set the rest about 10% above break even. But no, I do not use a physical stop loss. My stop loss is mainly mental stop loss. Anything that you guys want me to go over?
I want to see it in color. Can you show it in color, please? Yeah.
This one
Yes.
or this one?
Which one do you typically do?
I use a grayscale.
Okay. Okay.
Let's put it in there. Yeah.
Do the different shades of colors mean different things?
No. It's just about how some people see color. Some people see color more vibrant. Some see less vibrant. Some see more, in more close to the grayscale area where there's very little color on the scale of where they look.
Okay, but the more
Right.
thick it is means more strong, more buyers or sellers.
The brighter you said.
Well, just like the larger the larger the area, the larger the bar. Yeah.
No, not so much.
Or not the ball, but the bar itself.
Bar, the brighter the bar, the brighter. This bar can be as wide as here to here, from here to here, and high as here to here.
Yeah.
It can just be almost all white to how faded the yellow is. means there's not a lot of buyers there, or in this case, right here, we asked, not a lot of sellers are there, right? But so you go by the intensity. See where this bar almost looks orange? I don't know if you can see, and this is a bright yellow, the one above it. See, there's a lot of ask right here, and they just absorbing all this stuff, just absorbing. Because when there are more limit orders and aggressive orders, mean when there are more orders that are placed with a limit versus orders that are placed at a market order, limit order is going to win. But there's more of them and less of the aggressive, or you can call it market orders, to fill those orders. So it goes by intensity. And this
I'm
right
probably
here is
asking the same question, but are the balls, size of the balls relative to volume?
yes, all is relative to volume.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay. See this bar right here? It has the volume is 8611. And then you go to this one right here. See? With 6 to 4, 87. We says volume. See how those are bigger than these other ones? Yes, and that's how these balls are represented by.
That makes it very easy to follow. Did you come up with these? I don't know what to call it, but the ball syndrome?
No. I'm not that sophisticated to design this. No. It's not how the program comes once you subscribe to it. But the balls are very, very useful.
Definitely is very graphic.
Correct. All right. If you do it long enough, after the first month or two, you can just glance at the ball and see a predetermination of how much the volume is. And that's just when you do it over and over and over and over. I average about 6 hours a day just doing this. 6 hours a day, every day, nonstop. I'll take breaks, start the necessities, but just going over and over and over. Repetition is how I learned that.
Sure, I have a request.
Yeah.
If it's possible for you, can we do like live, like, you know, when you're reading through it, like I know retrospectively when you go back and take a look at things seem different than what they are live, right? So is it possible that we can do someday sit down with you, like we can just do how you're reading it, like in real time?
Whichever time is best for you. I'm here all day.
Okay, sounds good.
Order filled.
We have our live tomorrow, so
That's
feel
awesome.
free to jump in.
Okay. And then you guys can see it moving.
Yeah,
Order
tomorrow
filled.
at 10 a.m. is when we're scheduled to go live.
Okay. No problem.
Shouldn't be
And
too
I will
long,
tell you
about an
my
hour
game
or so.
plan. I will tell you guys my game plan based on what I'm looking at live. Yeah, but that's it. Have more questions?
Yeah, I think that would be helpful, very helpful.
Okay. Definitely. So this is just static. Yeah, it was nice because you just really need to just see prices moving and everything is moving. This is in real time.
Can you explain the bars off and to the right a little bit? Like
These?
there's those COB and SVP. What that all means?
So this is just the current order book orders that are coming in at what price?
Okay.
I see 520, right? 1,000 total orders. Right? And at the bottom and 1,000 at the top here. So this is just telling you, hey, you know what? This right here is a nice little volume. Nice little volume you can see here. Nice little volume you can see who's in charge. Sellers. You know, there are a lot of orders coming in at this price point, especially right. And
So
this
if it's red, is it selling?
Correct. That's how it's
So there's
represented, just like here with green.
Yeah. Okay.
Red. Correct. And whenever
And
you see a break,
those other two bars.
okay, so this is the session volume profile. This is
Oh,
this is this is showing you the trades that are getting done in this session. The session is broken up in a time block manner in how it does the volume profile with the session. Session is the current time that's going, right? The volume at that area or price point. And this right here is the current volume for the range, where price at the average range. If you guys know statistics, we have the bell curve, and then you got the mean, and you got the deviation. That is how these are calculated. That's why I said earlier, going over this is going to be a little bit technical because there are a little bit more just the green and red to it. These numbers actually tell a story. But all these were covered in the videos that I posted about
Yeah.
in order books and stuff like that, and that will give you a deeper understanding of these and what they represent and what to do whenever you see them based on your setup or your plan. But these are a little bit more technical. These are going to take a little bit more time to explain because these are best explained with live examples on the videos. There are live examples, but I'll repost all those videos. Don't worry about it. I'll repost all.
okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm searching for your video.
Yeah. I think I'll put them in the options.
Resources.
I don't think I put them in the research. No, I didn't.
Wait up.
But I'll repost them. Don't you guys don't worry. I'll repost all of them. Any other question on the book map?
You said it was about $12, $14 a month.
On about $212, I pay month.
212 a month.
Correct.
Okay.
But I think before making that investment, first we need to learn this properly, right? So
Oh,
let's
yeah.
first
Most
focus on
definitely.
that aspect
Oh,
first.
oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
listen.
because that's quite a hefty investment to make for most of us, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Order
So
filled.
Yes,
let's
it
make
is.
sure that we
It is.
learn what it is. Then we can always like spend
Order
more money on
filled.
it.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Talking to the
Yeah.
choir here.
Yeah. I bought it before I really fully understand it because I was just like, hey, I learned by hands-on and repetition. So what's there to lose? So, but it's a good investment. But you have to learn the basics first before you go start using it. And when you do learn the basics and start using it, I would advise go paper trade. I can start trading live because my strategy didn't really change much to encompass the book map. It didn't really change much. So I still have my strategy that works. Book map was just an additional tool in my toolbox. But it's worth it, guys. Trust me, it is worth it. You just have to make the investment time wise. It It's not going to be one video you get it. It's going to be a little bit more, especially if you got less than a year's worth of trading experience.
I think that's a big thing, right? Like, the experience part of it, and then the ability to actually, like, sit down and once you're done with your like actual trading part of it, like you're done with your day, to have the discipline to actually like learn it and then paper trade it. Because I
Mm-hmm.
even when I was going through, the videos that you had posted, like just those in itself, to apply those in real time, it felt pretty daunting to me, at least. So adding another layer of complexity is just, a whole other thing, at least for me. So yeah,
It is.
that's why I said we'll sit down, and I'll go over, like, when we sit down together. I'll definitely push you to go through the simpler stuff before, like how you go through the order book, like, in real time, and then, we can do the bookmap
Mm-hmm.
part of it. Add the bookmap part of it as well. How to read it in real time. That'd be really awesome for me, at least.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll definitely do that. You definitely see that in live trading,
Awesome.
and I'll show you guys the different screens that I'm looking at and how I'm watching it. And I'll walk you through the different things that I'm looking at, give me confirmation or to tell me, hey, you know what, time to get out. And that's also a very key part of understanding that. I want to know if you want to stay longer or to get out now, or when to properly get out for in a reversal or anything that's going to eat away at your profit that you've already no, not already secured, but looking to continue securing. Like, hey, you know what? Hey, let me just take what I have now, just, or you can say we put another 5-10% just to get out. It takes a lot of discipline to say that, to do that. But these are real time. So what you see is what's happening, not what happened already, and you're just not seeing it 30 seconds. It's live. The decisions have to be made as you go. Decisions have to be made as you go. And that's where the experience comes in, where you got feel. You can feel the market, as they say. I know you guys ever heard when someone say, "Yeah, I can feel the market." That's exactly what they're talking about. They can just get the sense of the market, like a spidey sense, if you want to call it that. You get a sense of the market, like, hey, this is about to do this based on experience. Let me get out or not get in.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's basically it, because any more technical in it, you guys are. I'm going to start losing you guys if I haven't already did. So
Yeah, I
this is
appreciate
I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah,
You
we'll
guys
do
just
it at 10
look at
o'clock
the
for
videos.
everybody else as well. We'll do live trade at 10 o'clock, and then Joyrider
Mm-hmm.
can help understand, knock some sense into us at that time.
Most definitely.
Yep.
Most definitely.
Does anybody have any other questions for Joyrider for now before we?
Order
Order
filled.
I want to know if we could take the trade with you tomorrow.
Order
That's what
filled.
I want to know.
Money is gonna come.
Oh yeah.
If we learn properly, money is gonna come. Don't worry about it, right? Yeah, that's what
Right.
I truly believe in.
It's gonna come. Trust me. It's gonna come. Once you put the work in, what's the other word about? It's gonna come. It's gonna rush the process. See, I speak from experience. It doesn't work.
And just to add to
All right,
that,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, just to add to that, I feel like sometimes for me the biggest challenge is deciding when to stop to make the money. Okay, literally, like the part about cutting over trading, that's a challenge that I face huge myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's something like I literally lock myself out at times. So don't worry about it, Beverly. Money is gonna come. Just focus on the learning first, then the rest is all your discipline.
Mm-hmm. It will come. That's a guarantee. It will come. You have to be ready for. You have to prepare yourself for. You have to put work in. I mean time, and there's gonna be a little sacrifice. Spending time with loved ones and do what normal people do. That's not gonna happen. Fortunately, it's just not gonna happen. At time, you have to be a bit selfish with your time. You give it to how valuable your time is. So you're trying to be part of a club that's only 2%, and how many people out there competing with you? Think about that. There's not a lot of room for more of us traders. If you want to be in that room, you have to be a god. But there are guys out there that make me look like I just started 2 days ago. You probably never hear about them. They don't even go on Discord anymore. That's how far ahead of the game they are. So that's where I'm chasing. Like, no, I need to be a god at this. I need to be a god. So put the time in, and you'll get there. I assure you, you'll get there. Anything else, Jai?
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
thanks,
much.
Joyrider. Thanks, Joyrider. Looking forward to
Right?
tomorrow. Yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
Bye bye.
Likewise.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's my thank you.
Bye.